I think all around, I think Chevy did a great job. They worked their butt off this offseason to make sure they brought some good updates, and we knew we've got good competition, so they know they've got to bring it, and they worked their tail off, and I think our team's done a good job. It's encouraging, the progress we've made with things we've been working on over the off season. So it's testing, so we'll see what happens, but it's encouraging up to this point. Hopefully we can keep it rolling. Awesome. I mean, I love coming here. I have so many memories from my childhood coming to this race, but I think I was expecting the people to come out like for the evening session. So yeah, I mean, there's more people there than what we have for qualifying at some events. So it's encouraging. I know they're working really hard to make this successful, and that's what you want is good partners. And when you see the track and facility and promoters working that hard to make this event go, I think it makes all of us drivers and teams want to help them that much more. It's really hard to compare the record. The track's a lot different. You can make an argument that we shouldn't be that fast because it's bigger. The track's technically bigger than it used to be, but at the same time, 1 and 2 is so much rounder, and the surface is just crazy good. So, I'm not so much worried about breaking those records as just making sure we're beating the current competition.
It feels great. I mean, we're not upset about where we are on the timesheets. I mean, this is purely a test. Every single other team has run here already, except for us and Foyt. So it just goes to show you that information is so important, and so we're kind of 2 days behind everyone, which is fine. I mean, that's why we're here testing. That's why we got 2 days here, which has been great. And the track is really cool to drive around, and I think in traffic it's interesting. We could probably use a little bit more downforce for traffic and some better racing, but I'm really happy with the Honda engine package so far. I think they've made some good strides in the engine there, and we'll just see what happens later. Well, we'll see. I mean, right now it was very surprising to see the speeds during the day. I'm actually really looking forward to seeing what it's going to be like at night. But still, I think there's some work to be done. Obviously, the competition has, there's 2 Hondas in the top 10, so we're going to have to, do some work there, I think, and see what happens. But I'm just excited to keep doing laps. That's the thing. For me, tonight is going to be big because we've kind of saved tires for tonight. So we only got to run one set all morning today. So we're ready to run a few sets of new bags tonight. It is really physically demanding, but this is what we do. This is what drivers train for. This is what we do. No matter what, even I don't care if it's higher loads than whatever else. I've seen some people complaining about that, and I don't really get it. I mean, I'm here. I've never been here, and it's not surprising me. It's not it's not scary. It's a little bit difficult in traffic to kind of keep the car nailed down. But I mean, that's part of why we're here and testing and working on the cars. So I think it's a fun track. It's so cool seeing fans here. I mean, this is, it's great from Phoenix International Raceway to offer it up free today. It's a great Saturday. I mean, I think tonight is actually going to be really entertaining. I mean, it's like a race without the actual race. So, there's going to be a lot of us running. Last night was hectic and crazy, and I think tonight will be just the same. I think of it like a fast Friday, at Indianapolis. So it's going to be cool, I think, and we can't thank the fans enough for coming out here. I think it's awesome that we're back at Phoenix, and I'm just excited to see everyone turn up for the race as well.
There's not a whole, you don't change too much, I think, for the temperature as you just put a little more downforce on. If the track, temperature, typically takes away grip and slows the engine down a little bit. I think, for for most people, we know qualifying is going to be around 1 or 2 o'clock, so you're trying to simulate, the time of day to run, and then at night, obviously, is we're running from 5 to 8, to simulate the race, sort of time. So that I think is the biggest difference. But yes, from a race run to a qualifying run is a big difference in the car. You're trimming hundreds of pounds of downforce off the car and picking up, several miles an hour in speed. I think the real big loads are coming when you're in qualifying trim. Once you get below sort of a 20-second lap, you really start to feel the G loads. We're over 6G in the corner, which is, we've seen that plenty of times before, especially at Iowa. Which Iowa, it's a longer, load at that high numbers. But I think once you get into the race flow, once you get into your rhythm, yes, it's going to be very physical, but it's not as much, I think, as those 2 or 3 laps that you need to pull out in qualifying. Yeah, I thought it was great. I think we've seen that, especially at a lot of places that we've in recent we've gone back to. Road America was the same. There was thousands of fans there just for a test, and today earlier in turn 1 there was a ton of people there. So it's great to see. It's good to see that people are coming out even just for a test. It's the official test for the opening of the season, but we have a great product. It's just getting people to see it, and as soon as they see it, they're going to love it. IndyCar's fan base is always building. The TV numbers are getting better, and it's definitely heading in the right direction.
Yeah, it's really fast and very enjoyable. The weather is obviously perfect, so it helps enjoying it. But I tell you what, the IndyCars right now, it's a level of speed and grip that is incredible. I mean, the G-forces that we put is above 4. I believe it's 5 Gs. So as you can imagine, it's quite physical, and it's fast. It's just fast. You gotta hit your apex pretty precisely. Yeah, it would be a lot harder because the more laps you do, the heavier the steering wheel gets, the rubber comes down on the track, and it's definitely going to be a challenge physically. So you're going to make the car as comfortable as possible so you can run in traffic and be creative with lane, and that's what we're trying to do. And so far the car, the HP Enterprise car has been fantastic. So. Well, this time it will be, it's about 3 o'clock, and we'll be qualifying at this time of the day. So obviously it's very difficult to pass, so you want to have a good qualifying session when we come back. And that's all we're doing, working on qualifying stuff. Chevy's been tremendous. They've been working really well. We have a package that's phenomenal compared to last year. The stability of the aerodynamic is really nice, quite enjoyable to drive, and the engine's also improved massively. So those guys, they keep pushing. They've been really good over the winter. Everybody is on the deck. So thanks to them for their hard work. It's fantastic. Let me tell you. I mean, we started the session and we saw the fans coming into the grandstand. It's amazing. That's fantastic for IndyCar, and I hope we're giving them a good show. The cars are so fast. It must be pretty impressive compared to the NASCAR. So it's just a complete different kind of racing, and I think we're going to give them a good show.